All right, perfect. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Monday night training. I am super excited to do tonight's training, but I am even more excited to have Muriel joining me. For any of you that haven't met Muriel, I'm sorry you're missing out. I met Muriel for the first time at Shane's car presentation, and then I asked her to be a guest speaker at mine, and then we got to spend quite a bit of time with her this year at GTC, which was super exciting. She's going to tell you a little bit about her story, and then she's going to jump into a little bit of tips and tricks on how to keep your business going, how to keep building those districts once they become districts and get them a district, which is something I know we've all touched upon, but I think it's super important to hear again from somebody totally outside. And then I'm going to follow up with a little bit about being flexible and overcoming some hurdles in your business. So Mariel, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you. I will mute myself, and when you are ready.
I'm all ready. Okay. So I'll just start. My name is Muriel Tausey. I'm an executive national vice president. I've been in Arbonne for 13 years. I started in 2004. My background is I'm a professional photographer, and I was actually a children's photographer, and I had a very busy, thriving business. And I actually, as much as I loved it, I really wanted to get out of it. Not because I didn't like kids or didn't like photography, because I do have children, but because of I had absolutely no time freedom. I would work anywhere from 60 to 80 hours a week, and I just didn't know how to get out of that because I made a substantial income, and that's what I went to school for, photography. I didn't go to school to be a business major or anything like that. I was not a corporate person. So I didn't really have any other skills really. And so that was my dilemma. So one of my clients was in Arbonne, and she did not ask me to join the business. She told me that I intimidated her. So that's lesson number one. I was looking for a way out. She did not ask me. Please ask people that intimidate you. There was no way I could tell her I was looking to get out of it, because then I'd lose her as a customer, right? So I didn't want to lose any customers. I didn't want to complain about anything, but secretly I wanted to leave. So please ask anybody and everybody. If they say no, please don't take it personally. It's not about you. It's just that they don't know what they don't know. Maybe they don't want to get out of their business. I did. So I did not join my sponsor right away because she didn't ask me. I called her up, and by the way, this never happens, so don't think it's going to happen to you. I actually called her when she earned her car, because it wasn't the car, it's just that she had sent out an email. I was one of her clients, about she had just promoted to region, and she had 3 children, 3 under the age of 5. And then she wrote what she was earning, and I was like, wait a minute. Okay, she's earning that. She wrote that she was working 15 hours a week. I believe her. I totally believed her, because she had 3 kids. That's probably all she could fit in. And she got to region. So that's why I called her. And so that's how I started my Arbonne business. And I had to do it alongside my photo business. So for anybody complaining they don't have time, listen, it depends on how badly you want something. I complained openly to my sponsor for 4 months, and after 4 months I hadn't even started my business because I was complaining about how little time I had. And then it dawned on me, I can keep complaining and I'm still going to have the same life. So you want to change your life, you're going to have to get uncomfortable. So I added Arbonne, and I vowed to myself I would do it for 20 hours a week. And I looked at my calendar, and I'm telling you right now, I squeezed it in. And the way I did it was I did group presentations, because to me, you're just getting in front of more people than a one-on-one. And I had to be smart with my time. But within 15 months, I was a region total. And within 26 months, I was a nation. So that's because this is a business of momentum. So all of you out there is going, oh my God, I don't even know how to do this. I want to teach you some things I learned after the fact so that you can go faster. So I just want you to know that if you can get to Nation in 2 years, how much your life would change financially and time freedom wise. I want you to think about that, because I'm not the fast, but I just want to do a word to the wise. Into the training, because I want everybody to get to Nation as fast as possible. And my sponsor told me to book, 2 parties for launches, and then, you'll find business builders through there. And that's really the whole reason we have presentations, whatever you want to call them. That's why we're doing them. We're going to automatically sell products by accident. So you're really there to look for business builders. So number 1, always talk about the business at a presentation first. That's what I do. Talk about the business. I always talked about it in depth. I mean, I showed them, I would actually use a classroom, ask questions of the audience. I would ask them, who here has heard of Arbonne, and who here knows how to make money in this kind of a business? Most people don't know how you make money. They have their own idea in their head. So you're there to teach them, no, this is how you make money. It's not a pyramid. I always bring that right up, because anybody who can go past someone, or if you, like my sponsor's a national vice president, I'm a national vice president, and I promoted out a national vice president. So there's 3 of us right there at the top in the same line. How can that be a pyramid? There's no way. But where they work is probably a pyramid. So people get very intrigued with this business, and especially when you have Arbonne stories and you have a chart on how to earn these different levels. But this is what I want to tell you. There are ways to do this business smarter. Instead of trying to get people to district, why don't you just get everybody in the mindset they're going area right away? Okay, forget about district. Who cares? We could do that on our own. I did it in 6 weeks. A lot of people do it fast. Who cares, right? Just tell them you're going to area, which, by the way, is so exciting, because you're going to say, this is the level right, below the Mercedes. So get your pencils out, because I'm going to tell you, this is math, which was not my strong subject. I'm an art major. But this is just all compound effect. First of all, when you're going to launch somebody, or you're doing this yourself, think about, let's just say you're just starting. I want you to think of at least a couple of people that you'd want to do this business with, and that you think they'd want to do it with you. Now, if you have more than 2 people, that's awesome. Have your upline, preferably a VP, they're very, they're seasoned. They've been around the block. They can do a business opportunity really well. That's what I would suggest right off the bat. But the other thing is, before you even do that little meeting with your little gang, ask the girls who are interested, who would you like to do this business with? Like, let's say you have 3 girls, and you ask them, do you guys each have 2 to 3 friends who'd want to do this? That's what I would ask them right away. If they say yes, get them, make sure you set a date for this day. We're going to do a business opportunity meeting. And then ask those girls, before you start, get them all in one room, have them all sign up at the same time. Okay? That's an explosion right there. Everybody should be buying some ASVPs, whatever. So to me, that's like a compound effect. Bring in your upline to train. You can train if you've been here for a while and you feel confident in training new people, that's fine. If you don't feel comfortable training, be honest with yourself, because you don't want to lose a team. Once you guys get out of the gate really quickly, you're going to promote to area fast, or whoever you're launching will promote to area really fast. And that builds not only momentum, but excitement. And then everybody's trying to do it. So what you want to do is you just want to make it so that when people get launched, they already know a couple of people right away. And then those couple of people need to get a couple of people. And I would go at least 3 deep with that. Launch everybody right away. And by the way, this is another thing. So I would start out with that. You're going to be so booked. You're going to be insane, because what I like to do is have some of the other people go to the other presentations so they can learn. They can hear a presentation. You know what I mean? So they might want to come to some of these launches, which is perfectly fine. Another thing you might want to do is set a goal of selling a minimum of 10 ASVPs a month. And I would also set the bar a little bit higher than $2,500 a month. When I was starting, they told us $3,000. Okay, so what is that? One extra presentation? I mean, it's $500 extra. Why not do $3,000 a month? Why? Because you can promote to district in 2 months with that, as opposed to, 3 months. I don't like low bars, because people usually shoot lower than the low bar. Then you're in trouble, right? So always shoot high. If people can't do $3,000, they do at least 2,500. They're still in the ball game, right? So the other thing is let's just say, I got to get my granny glasses on, guys. Okay. Okay. So I have my calculator. I told you math is not my strong suit. So let's just say you've got 9 people starting simultaneously. Okay. And you all do 3,000. Okay. Wait, I'll set the bar low. We're training consultants. So let's just say 2,500 to be on the safe side. Times 9 people, that's $22,500 in your start month. Hello, Mercedes. Here we go, right? If you start training everybody like this, now I didn't do it that way. I did the slow boat way. I did the, one party at a time, and I got there in 2 years. You can do this faster than me or a lot of other people. It's math. It's just math. Get people on board right away. Like I said, have your VP come. Okay. The other thing is that one of the things, hindsight's always the best side, right? So one of the other things I do is at a presentation, I would have, if you can, now I know, kits, facial kits are not inexpensive. They're expensive. Okay. So when people are cashing out, or let's just say they don't want to do it. Let's just say they go, you know what, this really isn't for me, Ashley or Amy or whatever, I really don't want to do this. Just say, okay, well, you want your VP or your upline to say, okay, well then would you be willing to host for her? Because this is her brand new business. Would you host? And let's just say, she says, no, I don't want to host. Have a kit ready. Well, will you at least try the skincare? The skincare is the last thing, not the first. We're not salespeople. We're building businesses. We can sell things so easily because the products sell themselves. So don't ever view yourself as a salesperson. So what you're going to do is you want them to join the business. If they say no, host a presentation. If no, you want a kit ready to go. And you're going to write it down in your calendar when you're going to pick it up. And you're going to have all the instructions in there, and you can ask your upline how to do that. Because you always want to be, if you don't have business builders, you want to be doing a sale, right? So those are my little tips in a nutshell. But what I'm just trying to think of is I want you to think of it mathematically and compounding and doing it quickly. So just get people that you feel would be good. And by the way, this is another tidbit that I have learned. And by the way, I've done it even as an MVP. When someone doesn't schedule presentations when you're going to launch them, and you have to keep asking them, and then you go and there's one person because they didn't call anybody. Don't go after people who are lazy to join your team. That's easy. Lazy people are lazy. They're just lazy no matter what they do. So if it's not Arbonne, it's something else. I made the mistake of, there was a girl that, was a friend of a friend, and I wanted to help her. She was on food stamps. I wanted to help her. Oh my God. Talk about dragging a dead body across the finish line. She was like, it was so difficult. And finally I said to her, listen, I care more about your business than you care about your business. So if you're coming across people that don't even care about their business, they're not business builders. Do not count them as one of the people that are going to do $2,500 to $3,000 a month. Go after people who are already motivated. It doesn't mean they have to be doing something where they're earning income. They could be volunteers. If you know somebody that's always volunteering, they're always the head of a committee, those are go-getters. Always go after go-getters, even if you're scared. Ask them who would do this business with them, who would they want to have in their business, and just keep this all in mind. It's math. And all I can say is, if you had 9 people to start out with, 3 deep, okay? Because width is your paycheck. The more people direct to you, that's your paycheck. Depth is your security. Always remember that. Width is your paycheck, depth is your security. Because if you only have 1 line of people and they all quit and there's nobody underneath, you don't have a team anymore. So you try to create depth and width simultaneously. Okay, so let's just say he help you to do this, or your upline, whoever it may be, to even go deeper. Like, just keep recruiting people, and you never launch somebody without asking them who they want in the beginning. You might want to do a second DA kind of type of thing with other people that you were thinking about, but it wasn't necessarily, your first choices, but that probably would be good at the business. So that is actually my little tips in a nutshell. And always remember that this is an incredible business. You're helping people financially. You're helping them. I mean, finances to me are a lot of why people are stressed. That is probably the number one stressor. And so if you could at least help them financially, I mean, they would be forever grateful. And so that's really my training in a nutshell. So I hope that's okay. I'll turn it over to you.
It's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right. Aim, can you still hear me? Okay. Mine kept cutting out and I can't decide if it was me or Muriel. So.
Can you still? Okay.
I think it was me. I had to connect back to my to the Wi-Fi. All right, let's see. All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Muriel. It was a pleasure to listen to you train again. And I'm glad that so many people got to hear you that hadn't heard you before. And I asked Muriel to go first because I think my training really wraps up what I had asked her to kind of touch upon. And then after listening to her, it really touches upon it perfectly. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Ashley Campbell, and I'm a regional vice president. I joined Arbonne about 2.5 years ago. I was not looking for the business whatsoever. I love the products. I'd been using them Amy's entire experience with Arbonne, and I had done the 28 days. I had great success. I had just come off of 35 days of radiation, and I was struggling with weight and struggling with just overall feeling like grossness. So I did the 28 days. I fell in love with the products, couldn't put them down. People started asking me what I was doing. I kept referring everybody back to Amy. I manage a medical practice full time, so I was not looking for any other time commitment or any other responsibility or any other stressor in my life. But Arbonne truly has proved to be more than that. It truly is a stress reliever for me at this point. I really look forward to doing it and being with everybody that's in my business and in my sidelines, and it's truly been a great experience. So I'm going to train a little bit tonight on the mindset of how to build your business. For those of you that don't know who Jerry Rosenthal is, Jerry's an incredible, inspirational speaker. He is one of the major reasons that I was successful in this business, because I was someone that really needed a lot of mindset training. And today, one of the trainings I felt went really, really hand in hand with what Muriel just trained on. And it's about how you handle the roadblocks that come at you in not just business, but in your life. So think about some of the roadblocks that you may have encountered in your life so far, whether it be life, whether it be death, whether it be changes in health, changes in your financial status, changes in your relationship status. Everything in your life can be considered a roadblock, right? So you wake up in the morning and you're like, this day is going to go perfect, right? I'm going to get from point A, I'm going to get to point B. It doesn't always go that way. Something always comes up, but you have to control how you react to it. So with your business, when you're in your business, you need to learn to adapt to those to the changes and adapt yourself differently. So don't fight things. You're going to come across roadblocks, whether it's somebody quitting your business, somebody canceling a party, somebody not liking your products, somebody saying no. Muriel touched upon that. It's not about you when they say no. It's about them. Move on. Accept it and move on. Don't get upset about it. Don't get frustrated about it. Don't quit. Biggest thing I can tell you guys is don't quit. You're going to hear no's. Muriel's probably heard more no's than Amy and I combined because she's been in the business for longer. But you're going to hear no's. We all hear them. Amy didn't get to MVP by hearing everybody say yes to her, that's for sure. Learn to be a little bit flexible. If things aren't going the way that you wanted them to, maybe you need to look at how you're doing things. So for me, one of the things that I struggle with right now is I haven't been able to book a lot of events. I feel like I've kind of exhausted that, but I started booking a lot more one-on-ones. I started sending out more samples than I've ever sent out. Try a different approach. Don't break the system. Don't go trying something crazy that's not, not around the norm, but start following some other things. So if you can't get events, especially with summer, with cookouts or parties or weddings, graduations, whatever it may be, start your one-on-ones. Start your phone calls. You could do Zooms with people. Invite people to Amy's live events. Guys, she's doing these for you. Amy is not doing these so that she can learn how to do a DA or a happy healthy hour. Because guess what, guys? She knows how to do them. These are for us. These are for us to build your business. Oh, can you still hear me? I'm going unstable again. Don't stop working your business because one thing is not working. So start trying something different. Don't throw all your hard work away just because one person said no to you or one of your team members decided that this wasn't the right time for them and they needed to take a break. That's not a reflection on you guys. That's where they're at in their life. They're at a roadblock. Guide them, help them, encourage them, but don't dwell on it. I swear it's not a reflection of you. Another roadblock we all come to is sponsoring. We get frustrated. You ask them to join the business, they say no. You ask them to come to a live event, they say no. They stop, you stop sponsoring because they either quit, they didn't listen to you, they became a district and they quit. I know a lot of people have probably felt that. You get really excited, you get somebody to district right away and then they're gone, right? They never come back. You can't find them. They don't answer you. That's okay. Keep moving on. Just because you sponsored somebody that wasn't ready for it doesn't mean that the next person you sponsor isn't going to be the one that wants to go and do this. So think about how you can adapt, what changes you can make, how you can simplify things to make it better. Maybe think about the information you're giving them, where you're inviting them, things you're asking them to do. If you're losing people, maybe you need to reevaluate, get back with your VP and see where you're at, see how you can simplify to try to keep people more encouraged with what you're trying to get them to do. Think about how you can improve yourself. That's one of the biggest things with Arbonne, guys, is how can you improve yourself? How can you be a more inspirational person? How can you be more upbeat? Amy will tell you, this is not easy for me to sit here and be upbeat. Not that I'm a negative person, I'm just quiet. So for me to be motivating to other people is motivating myself because that's not natural for me. And it's something I've worked really hard at. So find something that you struggle with and use that to lever yourself up above your roadblocks. And that's what's going to make you successful in your business. Okay? Muriel, thanks again for joining us. I'm super, super excited that you were able to. Aim, do you have anything else you want to add as far as housekeeping?
Oh, was I not muted?
No, I just unmuted.
Or did you unmute me?
I unmuted you.
So thank you, Muriel, and thank you, Ashley. You guys did such a great job, and I absolutely just love hearing new stories and from everything, and I thank you because we know that you guys are all so busy. And my last tip that I want to bring you guys is I know summer's coming up, and I've already been hearing people like, oh, summer's coming up, it's slow months. Guys, summer is what you're going to make of it. So if we decide that it's going to be a slow time, it's going to be a slow time. But if you decide that that's where you want to grow, you're going to grow. It's all mindset. And a bunch of us are in that momentum group that Shane's been doing and read the Energy Bus, guys. And summer gives me energy. It's nice weather. People want to be outside. People want to get healthy. There's farmers markets. There are things around. Plug yourself in there. Get healthy yourself. It's so easy in summer just to say, oh, it's summer, there's barbecues, I'm not going to do anything. But use this time wisely when you're around people. Be prepared. Have your sample packs. Have your business cards. Have a catalog. Have things with you wherever you're going because you're going to be meeting a lot of people in the summertime. And I want you guys all to challenge yourself, just like Ashley just said, that everybody battles with things. And I'm trying to now get back into getting in shape after having a baby. And some days I'm like, ugh, I have a 3-month-old, I'm tired, I didn't sleep. But I say, you know what? Nobody else is going to push me but myself. So I think it's easy to say, oh, I'm going to stay home today and not, or go, eat that ice cream at night. But I'm like, oh, if I just don't go there. So I want you to encourage yourself in your business. Summertime, when it's nice out, it can be easy to say, oh, I'm going to do this later. I'm going to do it next week. Or I'm going to do it after the summer. But don't. Make this an exciting time. Use your energy. Use this warm weather and really go out there and build your business because we're all so worth it, guys. And I think sometimes and we really get in that mindset. So I want to thank you all for being on this call. I know it's so hard to be on here on a Monday night, especially with this warm weather, but I really encourage you each week, guys, throughout the summer to plug into our Monday night calls, because this is what's going to keep your mindset in the game, right? And to start reading. Reading is so important, or listening to things throughout the summer, because that is going to get you motivated to do those little things. The 3-2-1 that we talk about. Reach out to 3 new people a day. Follow up with 2 new people. Invite somebody, talk about the business with 1 person. Do that every day consistently over the summer, these 90 days. And in the fall, you guys, your business is going to be booming, like Marielle just said, that, just think big. I think I always think small, especially in the beginning of my business, because, I didn't want anybody to run away, but think big, guys. I do that now because I have that big vision. And I know once you're an MVP, you can have that big vision because, it's a little easier, but I want you guys all to borrow our belief, borrow this, and then it's worked. And I just want to thank you guys all for being on the call, and have a wonderful night. And if anybody has any questions, and I already had some people message me that Marielle, I love the thing of getting together. That's one thing that I didn't do in the beginning of my business, that I wasn't taught to get 2 people, who are 2 people that you want to do this with. That's such an easy thing to ask somebody, and it's so simple. And most people have 2 friends that they might not want to do it, but and I have all these people messaging me that saying, I'm ready to get, 2 people together and let's do a call or let's get together. And I love that idea. So simple take backs. Take them back and do that. Reach out if your teammates are not on this call tonight. Have them listen to it because it was so great, or tell them, hey, this is what I learned. Do you want to do this? And it's not too late to start doing that. So thank you for that. And I hope you guys all have a good night.
Thank you guys for inviting. Thank you, Ashley, for inviting me on the call. I really appreciate it. And thank you also to you, Amy. Thanks so much.
Thank you. And I can't wait to see you soon.
I know. I'll see you guys real soon.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye, everyone.